Frances Kemi Bickersteth is our guest on this episode. Bickersteth is a stage and television actor, a writer, a poetry performer, and a voiceover artist. Bickersteth is a professional thespian of over 20 years' experience. She has performed in several top quality stage plays and portrayed characters with high level excellence and class. Her interpretation of Ashabi, the mother of Aremu Olusegun Obasanjo, in the play Aremu, has earned her massive accolades from all and sundry. Let's meet Frances Olukemi Bickersteth. Hello, welcome to the guest. My name is Ahine Atta and I'm your host. Today, I have a veteran in the house. She is an actor, not just an actor, a theater and television actor, also a poetry performer and a writer. Join me to welcome Olukemi Frances Bickersteth. How are you doing, buddy? Did I get that correctly?
It's all right.
Did I get that correctly?
It's all right.
Well, you can help me
You
though.
still can pass. It can pass.
At what point did you realize that I want to be an actor?
I've always known that.
Okay.
Not to be an actor. I've always known I'm a natural person. And I think the best place to express yourself is in the arts.
So why did you study
In a
chemistry?
place of creativity. Because my mother always wanted me to be a doctor, a medical doctor. And I never wanted so. But she wanted it. She wanted all of the children to be medical doctors. If not nurses. And, she wanted
But did she know that you had the intention of becoming an actor?
She never knew. She couldn't have known.
At what point did you rebel then?
Is that what you call it? Rebellion? It wasn't. Because really, I'll tell you something. I'm a brilliant woman. I'm a very, very brilliant woman. And so I knew I could be the medical doctor she wanted me to be. I knew it. But the only snag was that I never liked mathematics anyway. Or did I like it? I never found my way around it. Probably. And why? I think it could have been my teacher in school, Mrs. Adedo, a white woman. Yes, her diction, her accents didn't help matters because she would say, by dog or still, so maybe that even didn't let me like mathematics, even if I wanted to. So that was difficult. So I got a P in mathematics.
But you studied the chemistry.
Yeah,
anyway.
which made me start in LASU through pre-degree.
But you graduated finally.
I did not.
Really?
Yes.
So how did you find your way in art?
I had always known that I'm a natural person, and the only way I could express myself fully was to be in a place of total creativity and freedom of expression. So from when I was little, I would create something in my head, like scripts, and then imagine. Imagine I was in the house and then my husband came in and then my children, and then I would make food for them. I always wanted my own space, and it was my space. I didn't need anybody to do that with me. I did it on my own, So that. And then I loved to read. I loved to watch TV. I loved to write. I would, as young as I was, I would take anything you could read and then read it. And as a matter of fact, I pretended several times I was a broadcaster. Yes. I would cast news, because I met the lives of them Ronke Ayuba and then Ruth Benemacia and then Coca, what's her name again? Beautiful newscasters there. So I wanted to be that too. And I liked Ajayi. I loved Ajayi Lysen. I wanted to be someone like that.
So how did the journey start for you becoming an actor? Because I know that you performed first on stage in 1996.
That's right.
But before that,
yes.
What was the journey like?
I was into food too. Like I said, I'm a caterer. I would make food at parties. I think I did different things of it to express myself. But then in 1995, I got married proper. And then 1996, 97, my cousin came to live with me. I just met her, and then she had accommodation issue, and then I asked her to come live with me, and she did. And then one evening she said she was going for rehearsals. I'd never performed, I'd never acted before. So she said she was going for rehearsals. Well, she says the National Theatre. What is it from? She says there's a stage play, and it's Yoruba. That she was going for the rehearsal. I said, let me come with you. And so I went with her. And they started the rehearsal. And do you know that it didn't take me time to know that the lady that was playing the lead could have done it better. And I said I could do it better. Yeah, I told my cousin. My cousin told the director. And do you know that I tell you something? If I need to speak English, I speak English as I am speaking English now. If I do not have to speak English, I can speak it less. No, I can't speak it. I can't speak English less than what it should sound like. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so Tiba so Yoruba, Sima so Yoruba, Boshe so Yoruba. Do you understand? But if I need to speak English, I must speak it the way I think it should be spoken.
Yes.
Good. So it wasn't easy like that to go on stage and start speaking Yoruba for my first time. So they started saying, this one is Oloyibo, Oyeladu, because I had to play Oyeladu. So now I had to work on my diction. I had to work on my accent. I had to drop it. Because I knew. Because the director said I should go on stage, and I did. So,
right.
Yeah.
Regardless that this film is a Yoruba language film on stage, you were not scared to take on that
I've
role.
never been scared on stage before. I do not know. Some people say they have stage fright, camera. I don't know what that is. I'm very comfortable in my own skin.
Now, you finally started that journey.
Yes.
Your journey began that day.
Yes.
But how did you survive in an industry where you need in-depth knowledge to survive? You need to know how to project your voice. You need to know how to function on stage.
Yes.
And now you're coming from a science background. You have nothing but your talent. How did you survive in the industry back then?
I tell you something, it didn't take me too long. And I cannot say it took me too much. So I will tell you why that is, because passion is everything you need to survive in whatever area you desire. I think it was the passion that drove me. I didn't even feel so much heat. Because I tell you something, I got into that industry and I started to learn there. I didn't go to school. I remember sometime before I went for this performance. I remember one time I told my cousin, she went to Ife. She studied law, and then because she normally when you're in law, you do a little of theater, I said I was interested. So she took me to Professor Rima. He was the director of National Troupe there. So she took me there because they went to Ife together, University of Ife then. So she took me and she told Yerima that my cousin is interested in arts. And the Yerima says to her, what does she study? Says sciences. I say, oh, she has to go back to school to study theater arts. And I was like, whoa, really? That didn't go down well with me. And I knew I wasn't going to go back to school to study theater arts. I knew I didn't need to do that.
So you did not.
So when I got the opportunity to go on stage, I took advantage. And from then on, it's been like that.
This is so interesting. So you did not go back to study theater arts?
Not for one day. I did every study
and you're
on
a
field.
veteran.
To the grace of God.
It means that you can do anything you want to do if you believe.
But that's it.
And you also need the talent. Of course.
You need passion.
But what's your drive? Because now you're a member of the Nigerian Arts Practitioners.
Yes.
You're also a part of the Voice-Over Association of Nigeria.
Yes.
You didn't go for any training
at all.
But you keep moving.
I got trained.
Higher.
I got trained there.
But what is your drive? What keeps you going? Because you have to keep learning. You have to keep putting yourself...
Like I said to you, I loved reading from early stages. And then, you see, when you're a child, that's why I honestly tell you, something hurts me. And it's the fact that education in this country is dropped. When you love to read, and you read, you gain knowledge. Apart from gaining knowledge, there's this experience and this confidence in the fact that you can interpret. You can interpret what you're reading. As time goes on, you can play with written words. Yeah, because you're used to it. You're familiar with writings. So you can start to play in delivery of words when you want to deliver. I think that helped me. I never was scared of any script. And I would readily understand what tone to take, how to deliver it, I would readily feel what the writer felt when he was writing. I think it's because I got familiar with letters, writings of other people. Yes, it gets to a time when you're that familiar, you start to hear the voice of the writer. Oh yes. And the mood when he was writing.
And you didn't study this?
I never studied anything about this.
Wow.
No. You just know what you know.
So apart from the fact that you do a brilliant job when it comes to theater, you also do screen acting, which I find really fascinating because theater is special, coming on screen. And another thing is most theater actors, they find it really hard to transition to screen acting. Some would say because they feel screen acting is, let me use the word, lesser. Theater art is the real deal. If you know you can act, come on stage and perform in front of thousands of people. But what do you think about it?
Well,
why is it hard for theater practitioners to...
It's not as hard as that.
Not really
it's
hard.
Not
Why
hard.
say they don't want to? Because if you can do stage...
No, it's not like they don't
screen.
want to. It's just that a discipline is different.
Okay.
The training is different. Okay? But it's never hard for a theater artist to go in front of the cameras to do screen. No, it's never. It's even more difficult for the other side to come here.
So why don't you come to the other side then?
I think it's well, apart from the fact that some people have more passion, they're comfortable more on stage. Some people, most people don't want to go through all the, I don't want to call it indiscipline.
Would you say that's for you? Because
I don't want to call it that.
I think you love more of the theater.
Yes.
Why?
More discipline.
Welcome back, guys. We still have Frances Kemi Bickersteth. Did I get that correctly this time around?
That was sweet.
How long does it take you to prepare for a play?
Yeah, it depends on the script. If it's a play that's already been performed, the director might just give you, and of course you're professionals, the director might just decide 2 weeks will be good.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's a new script that needs for you to really familiarize, and then you see new scripts, it goes through so much, to develop. This was new script, Aremu. Yes. So in that case, it could take like a month before performance day.
It will interest you to know that there is a new play, Aremu, that's just finished playing, right?
Yeah, we just staged it.
Okay. And it's a play about the former president of Nigeria, Aremu Olusegun Obasanjo. Tell us about this play.
Well, like you said, it's a play on the two-time president of this great country, Nigeria. Of course, I'm sure you know he was a military president. He was a president during the military regime, and then he came back. Democracy. All right. Olusegun Obasanjo Aremu Okikiola.
Okay.
Yes. It's a play of his life, his birth. Yes, his birth, growing up, his life, before he went into the military, his imprisonment. Yes.
Really deep.
Yes, very deep. You know, how he came out of prison. He was not killed, of course, obviously. You know,
Yes.
and then became the president the second time around. So you can imagine, very deep. All right.
How long is this play?
It's about 1 hour 25 minutes thereabout.
What struck you about the script when you saw it?
The fact that we never heard about his mother until the script was written.
And she played an important role?
The most important, I would say. And nobody really heard. Even Obasanjo never talked about the mother. Yes. Never mentioned his mother, you know. She was never part of anything that I grew up to know about Obasanjo.
Yeah. An interesting thing about this is that you played the mother.
Yes, I did.
And
I did.
former President Olusegun Obasanjo was privileged to watch this play, watch you perform.
Yes.
And after your performance, he came on stage crying. He cried on stage and he said, you know, watching the life of his mother, seeing himself and his mother once again brought back old memories.
Yes.
And it's so painful to that his mom is not alive to see what
Yes,
he
he
has
said
be-
it.
be-
He
become.
said in his words, he says, after the play, he danced and came to meet us after the curtain call. And then he said that he really will thank us, and then that the play, he enjoyed the entertainment, he enjoyed the education, and then it brought nostalgia to him about his mother. I knew he was going to go there. I knew he was going to go there. Why? Because when I did the first play, when I performed the first time, and I went to the convenience, you know, two ladies came to me and said, "Mommy, why Mommy?" Because Aremu calls her Shabby, Mommy. So as soon as they saw me, they said, "Sorry, Mommy." I said, "Hello," you know, because I was off stage. How could I be Mommy? Yeah. But they just finished watching. And I said, "Hello." He said, "Oh my God." One said, "Oh my God, you made me cry." I said, "What happened?" She says, "When I watched you, I missed my mother." I said, "I'm so sorry about that." And then the other one said, "Seriously, do you know, is it true that when mothers die, when people die, they don't just die and go?" I said, "Well, mothers, a mother, a proper mother, a real mother cannot just die. I don't believe so. Just die and forget about the children." I said it in Yoruba. Let me explain it. I said, "Okwa biamo kinsun." You know, because that's a saying in Yoruba. They say, "Okwoma abiamo kinsun." A proper mother, a mother, not just a woman, a mother, good mother, does not die and sleep. And forget about. That's why in the Aremu, in my line, in Ashabi's line, it says, "A mother's task is never done on earth, nor is it ended when life ends." So you don't even finish your task as a mother on earth. And when you die, it doesn't still end. You get. So she says to me, she says, "You know something? I am going to where we buried my mother, and I'm going to talk to her."
Wow. So you
said,
took
"Wish you well."
everybody to a place, a
place,
special place,
yes.
including the former president. That
That's it.
was a military president. He
Yes.
was in the military.
He
Imagine
cried.
a hard man crying. You did that.
I did not do anything. Ashabi did
But how
it.
did that make you feel? Seeing
told
the
you.
reaction
I
from
told
the
you.
audience and from the former president.
I cried too when he was crying. Yes. But then, apart from that now, I told you, you don't give what you don't have. And you can't get what you don't give. Theater is deep, it's spiritual. If you're taking a character, you must leave the character. You must wear it like a garment. And because it's spiritual, you must open up for the spirit of whoever you're taking to take control. That's how that's the only way you can connect with the audience. If you don't have it, you can't give it. And if you don't give it, they don't get anything.
But do you have a problem detaching yourself from your character afterwards?
I have no problem. Except if the character does not want to detach itself.
Oh, really?
And the character will not detach itself until I'm done.
Tell me about the most taxing play ever in your career.
Idea.
Okay, why? Why was it tasking?
I was at the National Theatre one evening and I saw Don Pedro Obaseki.
Okay.
And he says to me, I said to him, bro, my bro, man, I don't know when you're going to call me for a job. I don't know. I'm tired. I won't. And he says to me, I have one for you now. Can you play Idea? I say, of course. He says, no, I know you can play Idea, but it's in another 4 days from now. I say, give me the script. And then he gives me the scripts. And he says, you know something? Joker Silva is supposed to play this, but I'm not getting through to her. And I know you can play it. I said, no problem. He says, meet me at NCAC tomorrow morning. We're moving.
The next day?
Yeah. He says, we're moving. I said, no problem. I think it was it was supposed to be for about 11 in the morning. He's given my script. So what do? I went to Oshodi. I live in Ilukweju. So I went straight to Oshodi in the morning. I quickly got my tape and my tiny tapes, and my Walkman, so I could record. And I packed my things and I met him at NCAC, And then we did just little rehearsals, and then the bosses were there, and we went to Benin. Okay, and Idia had lines. So all I did, I quickly used my midgets. Did you have to speak
Benin?
What?
Did you have to speak Benin for this play?
I had to sing.
In Benin?
Yes, and I had to pronounce some words.
That's right.
Sweetheart.
In Benin, the hometown, so there's no way you can mess it up.
I could. As a matter of fact, the first scene, I went in and I didn't feel anything. Talking about spirits coming on it, I didn't feel anything. And then the next thing, I said, Father, what happened? Father, please. And he says, did I talk to him? That's spiritual. I said, Father, forgive me. And then I prayed. And then by the time I got on stage, it was Norbert Young playing my son, Esige. So as soon as I walked on stage and I gave my lines, I was giving my line walking towards Norbert Young. He forgot his lines. Yes, and the hall was filled to the brim. He forgot his lines, and then I went back. I took his lines, gave it back to him, and then he gave me the line.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. And by the time I finished that scene, the audience standing, Idia. And I was like,
live on stage.
I tell you.
How do you control the emotions?
That's one. No, emotions when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
You don't get
carried away. You don't even know. You just hear it. Yes. And for weeks, Idia didn't leave me. Because she actually came on. She didn't leave me for a while.
This is really spiritual and deep.
It is.
There's so much about the theater that we can learn from and discuss about. We can go all day. Well, I think these are the points where we play a little game to make things light. Yes, it's fun. Because the look at your face right now is like, what game again?
Exactly.
What are we going to play this time around?
I tell you.
Okay.
So, what's the game?
I'm just gonna play.
Well, what's the game? Because I'm all game.
Yeah, I can see.
so much.
I'm just gonna play a little snippet of some stage play. Yeah, and you just tell me the name.
Which of the plays?
I'll play a snippet of the play, and you
Okay.
tell me the name,
Oh.
the title.
Oh my goodness.
title.
Let's see that.
Let's see if
You
you
didn't tell me
can
this
pull
was
this
coming.
out. It was spontaneous, I know you're very spontaneous,
Okay.
You can.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. But I think it's easy. You just
What is it?
guess the play.
I tell you. I don't know it.
My name is Simi and I am beautiful. The stranger took my beauty and placed it in my hand. Here it is.
Do you have any idea what
No.
the title is? So what I love about this play is that the aesthetics. See, it looks beautiful. Back then, when you started, it wasn't looking like this.
But I told you. It's better
Yes,
now.
you built the block for us,
told
so it's gonna be easy. Can we go to the next play?
This is not fair. I don't like guesses. Hey.
Do you have an idea?
No.
Sorry, I mean worshippers. Well,
Are this recent?
you see, sometimes
This is not recent, but
Wow.
irregular ones come at definite time.
Lagos?
Strange.
Lagos?
is this Lagos?
Terra culture?
Lagos, Terra culture.
Where?
Wait,
Is this Lagos?
Well, anyway, we just wanted to see if you'd be
See
able to
what?
get those films,
No,
but you,
this is not
but you didn't get the play. So yes, we win. So just for clarity, the first play was The Lion and the Jewel,
Interesting.
and the second is The Trial of Brother Gerald.
That's right.
So yeah, we won this game.
You didn't win, Jack. You didn't win, Jack. I'm sure that was, those were students.
Wow.
How would Oh my God. All right, you win.
Really fun having you
win.
here.
Thank you so much.
I had an amazing time
Thank
right
you.
here on the show, and
Thank
I hope
you.
you did. Right?
Oh, yes, I did. I had a swell time.
So, any last words
Thank you.
for your fans and anyone you want to reach out to talk to?
Well, thank you so much, my fans. Keep loving me. I will keep loving you. I will not let you down. And by the grace of God, I will get better.
Is Aremo
For
coming
you.
back? And
Aremo is definitely coming back.
when?
Let me hold that.
So you gotta follow her across her social media
Yes.
to know when it's coming back, right?
Okay. Yes, please.
Yes. So thank you very much for being our audience today.
Thank you.
And I hope you had a swell time. My name is Aina Atta. And my guest is...
I am Frances and Kemi Bickersteth.
I was going to get that correctly, but she helped me. But anyway, it's fine. Thank you. Follow AFOREVO TV across all our social media platforms. And subscribe to this channel. And please share this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you.